I'm Dan from MyDrinkYourWine.com. Today we're in Walla Walla, Washington, out by the airport at Trio Vintners with two of the owners. This is Denise Slattery and her husband Steve. You want to tell us a little bit more about Trio?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's three of us involved with Trio, and that's why we call ourselves Trio. We have a partner, his name is Tim Boucher, and Tim and Steve and I all share all the winemaking responsibilities, and we make all the decisions collectively. But Trio is a very simple way to remember that there's three of us, and we just wanted to keep it really simple.
Okay.
And that's how we came about with the name. But we met when we were all going back. We all went back to school to study enology and viticulture here in Walla Walla. And Steve and I moved up from California, and Tim came over from the west side, and we met in the enology and viticulture program and decided to launch our winery while we were in school.
Okay.
And it's been a great way to collaborate and share resources and do it a little differently.
Sure, and if you have the same taste in wine, it never hurts either.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
Well, that's how we knew we'd get along in school. We would have a lot of wine tasting panels as part of the class, and we would always end up in the same corner of the room with Tim. We always agreed on what we liked best about wine. And so it was really a philosophical thing that got us into business, because we knew we were very opinionated people about wine, and Tim shared that opinion.
Okay. So Steve, maybe you'd like to take just a minute and explain your philosophy of winemaking here at Trio?
Okay. Well, we share a philosophy, the three of us. We knew when we started the business we wanted to focus on varietals that weren't very well represented here in Walla Walla. There's a lot of Cabernet, there's a lot of Merlot, and we just looked around and tasted around and found that there were other great varietals growing here in Washington State that we felt needed to have a voice in the community. We loved Sangiovese, we loved Rhone style blends, and we loved Riesling.
Zinfandel.
And Zinfandel. Denise and I and Tim all shared a love for Zinfandel. So the main thing we knew that we wanted to do these grapes that were a little bit different and kind of differentiate ourselves in the marketplace, but also make wines that we wanted to drink at home.
We like to drink the profits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's at some point winemaking becomes a lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's for darn sure.
You spend a lot of time drinking your own wine, so you better like it.
There you go. Here you go.
But we also had the same kind of philosophy that the wine should really be about the fruit and not about the barrel. So our winemaking style is more of a less low oak, focusing on the grape varietal rather than the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
And we're trying to make, as many people are, food-friendly wines that are very fruity but have a lot of acid, so they pair well with food. And we also, we realized by doing this kind of winemaking, we're not going to be going out and getting the big scores from the big publications. These are wines that are really made for the table. They're not made for the scores. So
What are you talking about? These are 99 points.
well, of course they're all 101 point wine, but the idea was that we'd make wine for people to drink rather than
And for critics,
for
yeah.
critics. And
Sure.
I think unfortunately there is a division there between wines that score high and wines that work well at the dinner table. So
Well, this is DrinkYourWine.com, so I guess we better drink a little wine, huh?
that's like a great idea.
Alrighty, so what are we drinking today here, Steve?
Well, we have our Trio Vintners bottling of our 2006 Mourvedre, and it's a single vineyard wine from the Den Hoed Vineyards out in Yakima Valley above the town of Sunnyside.
Yeah, lots of heat units out there, boy.
Oh yeah, it's a great place to grow, and Mourvedre is an interesting grape. It takes a lot of ripening to get a lot of time in the vineyard to get it ripe. So the spot out there is the perfect spot for it. So why don't we try a little bit?
Okay.
It's got an unusual aroma profile, and it's a very dark wine, as you can tell.
You're doing kind of a Gary Vee
Indeed.
thing.
Yeah.
Gary
We're bringing the thunder.
It's got an unusual aroma profile, and it's got a very spicy nose, and it backs that up on the palate with
Yeah, absolutely.
a lot of spice, a lot of fruit.
Yeah, I'm liking this.
Mhm.
And you don't see a lot of Mourvedres standalone either.
They're the kind of wines that we want to make here at Trio Vintners. In fact, this is one of our signature wines. We also do a rosé that has Mourvedre in it, along with Sangiovese. But we like wines that have a little bit unique, to Washington State. But if you find the right spot, it can grow great here, and this does.
The single vineyard, single varietal.
Right.
That's more the kind of wines that we are producing.
Right. Yeah, and as we find that although it is fun to blend wines, it's also fun to find that one vineyard that really gives you a full expression of the fruit and to put that name on the label. And this is a special vineyard that
Here's a rock from the vineyard,
we,
There you go, a little terroir right here in the tasting room.
right here. So we sell them. We also sell the rocks. These are $15 each. I'm kidding.
you can sell the rock with the bottle.
Gift with purchase.
You can lick the rock just like Gary Vee would do, right?
Actually, what's cool about this site, though, which Steve and I really like, is and Tim as well, is that this was uncultivated land. So when Art put the vineyard in, nothing had been growing there previously.
Yeah.
So
Just ranch
it's just ranch land. It's the soil is very clean. Never been cultivated. There's not been initial additives. Or
Right.
anything, so-
Yeah, virgin grape land.
Virgin grape.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, nothing wrong with that. It's really a pleasure to come out here to the smaller little wineries like this for a number of reasons. Because number one, you get to meet the winemaker. If you come to Trio, you're going to meet at least two of the trio and possibly all three out here during one day. And
Whether you like it or not.
yeah, there you go. Denise will show you the rock,
Listen, if you show up on a particular day, we may put you to work.
There you
So
go. Yeah.
We've done that.
We won't even charge you for that.
Yeah. It's reasonably priced wine out here. It's really nice to have these single varietals, which I really enjoy. I mean, some of the best winemaking work is being done in small wineries. Just like I want to thank you guys for having me out here at Trio Vintners today. It's been just a blast tasting this Mourvedre, which is a treat for me. It's always nice to come to the smaller wineries because I do get to meet people like you, and we're dedicated to the craft of wine. And again, you know what they say, if you're buying, I'm drinking. Salud.
Thanks for coming out.
Hey, my pleasure. Life is good.
Yeah, it's